Hi, I'm Jon Lieber, and this is what we're watching in U.S. politics this week. It's Trump's transition, of course. Lots of activity happening over the course of the week with some unexpected developments, including a lot of very unusual cabinet appointees. Sean Duffy at Department of Transportation, former Real World star and congressman who has very little experience with transportation other than presumably driving a car and, of course, competing on the Real World Road Rules Challenge, is going to be in charge of the Transportation Department. Other picks like Pete Hesketh have been a little more controversial. The former Army National Guard member and Fox News host has been accused of sexual assault. Not a great look for the incoming Secretary of Defense, but he's nowhere near as controversial as the recently withdrawn pick Matt Gaetz, the firebrand congressman from Florida who resigned his seat in order to become Trump's attorney general and then found out that no Republican wanted him in that job. Gaetz's withdrawal will allow some of the more controversial attention to be focused on people like RFK Jr. as the Secretary of Health and Human Services, somebody with a long career in the nonprofit management space, but no experience in public administration, and who's been extremely critical of the U.S.'s public health administration, including on toxins in foods, additives in foods, vaccines, and the approval process for them. And he's tapped into a strain of anger among Republicans at the public health apparatus that they say failed to protect the public during the COVID-19 epidemic, pointing to inconsistent and sometimes unnecessary masking guidelines, things like social distancing, keeping the schools closed, and of course, the vaccine recommendations that a lot of Republicans rejected during that pandemic. RFK's confirmation odds, however, look pretty good if you look at the relatively warm reception that he's been received with by most Republicans. One area that's still totally in doubt, for the most part, is Trump's economic team. There's no. It's been 2 weeks since the election. There's no Treasury of the Secretary. There's no USTR. There is a Commerce Secretary pick, another Trump ally who has no experience in public administration, Howard Lutnick, a lot like Wilbur Ross in the first administration, but potentially leaving Trump's trade czar, Robert Lighthizer, without any clear role. So there's a lot more clarity on the national security side than there is on the economic side for now. That may change over the weekend. And of course, the one thing with President Trump is you could always expect the unexpected. So stay tuned for more of what we're watching in U.S. politics.